Now we're gonna go to the angle bisector. Angle bisector is kind of easier than the angle addition postulate because what does an angle bisector do? All it does is it cuts the angle into two congruent angles. Okay, what does congruent means again? It means that they have the same measurements. Let's use this concept once again. Bisector cuts the angle into two congruent angles. Congruent meaning, once again, same measurements. So the first example here we're going to give is, the given here is BE, ray BE. Ray BE bisects angle ABC. So what happens to ABC? It's being bisected by the rays of BE. So to make it easier, I'll write down the word here, bisect. Once again, bisect means that it cuts the angle to two congruent angles. If you know that this equals to 36, right? That's 1/2 is equals 36. What is the value of the other half, right? The other half would have to equal, or we can just create a statement, right? First, we can create a statement. A lot of you probably have the answer. But what we can do is, since we know that ray BE bisects angle ABC, that means we know that this angle and this angle will be congruent to each other. Why? Because BE bisects the whole angle and it cuts the angle to two congruent angles. So this angle, angle 1, will be congruent to angle number 2 because it's bisected by BE. So let's just write that as a statement. Let's say angle ABE is congruent to angle EBC. How do we know that? How do we know that this angle is congruent to this angle? It's because BE bisected the whole angle. So that's because of we know this as a fact because of the angle bisector. So we know that they're congruent, right? We know that EBC equals to 36 degrees. That means you know that it will be congruent to angle ABE is x, which x will equal, once again, here the statement there, x equals to 36, or x is congruent to 36. So automatically, your answer is already given. It's substitute the value of x with 36 degrees, and you're done. Your answer should be 36. Okay. And we're going to go on to example number 2. And we can check this out as well. Sorry, 36 and this is 36. That means this checks out because the angle bisector, once again, it cuts the angle to two congruent angles, which means that congruent means again same measurement. Let's try to see if the class can do example number 2 and just try to use common knowledge, right? So here, what's given here is, let me block this here. What's given here is angle ABC is equals to 100 degrees. So it's saying that the value for this angle ABC equals to 100 degrees. And we're also given that BD bisects ABC. So that BD bisects the angle of ABC. So let's just write down the word bisect. And now it's asking what is the value of measurement angle ABD and measurement angle BBC, right? Let's find out what's ABD, right? I'm getting confused. So ABD is this. So I'm going to put an X for that. And then I'm going to find what is the value of BBC. BBC is asking about this angle here. I'm going to put a Y for that, degree of Y. Okay? Now we're going to kind of do two variables, but we don't have to really write an equation for this. Why? Because we can use common sense, right? What do you think the answer is going to be for X and Y? But 50-50 is the correct answer. Why? It's because the value given here is 100. Then bisect means it cuts into two congruent parts. if you know that 100 will be divided into two congruent parts, you can divide that by 2, like the student mentioned earlier. And then half of 100 here is, you know that x will equal to 50, and the other half will also equal to 50, because 50 plus 50 will equal to 100. Okay. So you know that angle ABD equals to 50 degrees, and angle DBC is equals to 50 degrees. Why? Because what we do is you just divide 100 degrees by 2 to get the two congruent angles. Okay. That's pretty much it. Now we're going to the last one. Once again, we're just going to tackle down a algebraic question. Oh no. Oh no, wait. Let me give you one example. This is one more example. For this one, just because it's in the classwork. So here, you're given a. I'll just write down this, and you just visualize it and tell me what you see. Okay. What is the value of angle 1 and angle number 2? What is the value of angle 1 and value of angle 2? This symbol means that it is a right angle. Okay, times will equal to 9 degrees. Okay, there's some background prior knowledge. And you know you have a 90 degrees, and you have a, if you have it bisected, then what is the value when you cut in? What's the value of angle 1? When angle 90 is divided by 2, right? A lot of you kind of got the idea, right? The answer is 45 and 45. Last question, once again, is an algebraic question. It's always, we have to end it with another algebraic question, just so you're used to it. So this one here is, what's given is, I don't know what to see here, but I can write it down. BM, ray BM bisects angle ABC. So where's ABC? Right? ABC, once again, is the whole angle. BM, this is ray BM. Okay. What's happening to what's going on ABC and BM? BM is bisecting angle ABC. Okay. So that means then you know that you can write down, you can conclude that angle ABM and angle MBC are both congruent to each other. Okay. Let's write that as a statement. Angle ABM is congruent to angle MBC. So we're going to cover a lot of students are going to get confused, because here when you write down geometric equations like this, how do we know that angle ABM is congruent to angle MBC, right? You got to always provide reasoning, because once you don't provide reasoning, then you're just guessing. It's not any different where you're just messing around with the algebraic expression. So here, our reasoning for this, reason why we know that angle 1, that first angle, and the second angle are congruent is because ray BM is bisecting the whole angle. Okay, so we're going to put the reason why is the definition of an angle bisector. Okay. As soon as you do that, then you can start solving it. You can substitute the value of ABM, which is given here, is 5x plus 10 degrees. And then MBC is 3x plus 20. Okay? And then here, with our equation, we're going to try to find the value of ABM, MBC, and the whole angle, which is ABC. Okay? With the values we are given. So here, I'm going to solve this really quick. I'm going to simplify, I can simplify the left side because there's no like terms. can simplify the right expression because there are no like terms. So I'm going to work with both expressions now. I'm going to minus 3x on both sides because I want to end up with a positive number. Equal to 2x, drop down to 10 degrees, and drop down to 20 degrees. What we do now is I'm going to minus 10 to get 2x on its own. That goes out, and I'll be left with 20 minus 10 degrees is 10 degrees. Drop down to 2x, and then once again, everyone's kind of familiar with this step, is divide by 2, and the degree of x should equal the value of 5 degrees. Make sure you're not rushing because sometimes a lot of students rush and we forget the real question. What is the value of ABM and BC and ABC? Okay. We can substitute the value of ABM here, 5. Oops. 5, and substitute the value of x with 5 degrees and plus 10. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 10 is equals to 35 degrees. So that's the value of angle ABM. Next one here is substitute the value of x here, 3 and times 5 plus 20. 2 times 5 is 15 plus 20. 15 plus 20 is 35 degrees. And that's the value of angle MBC. So when they're both equals to each other, then you know that it is correct. You know that x equals 5 degrees is correct. But we're not done because why? We need to find the value of the whole angle. What is the value of angle ABC? All we need to do is just add 35 degrees plus 35 degrees and equal the total, which equals to ABC, angle ABC, which equals to 7 degrees. So angle ABC equals to 7 degrees. Yeah. And that is it for the lesson.